Hello YouTube, my name's Marie. Today we're going to talk about the first 2 episodes in the 2019 thriller horror K-drama entitled Strangers from Hell, or alternately, Hell is Other People. This video is also dedicated to a commenter. I'll put their name right here. Without this commenter, I would never ever have put this K-drama on because it's within a genre that I just don't watch. So moral of the story is, if you're persistent and very kind in your comments, I will probably maybe put your show on. So while I do occasionally watch thriller K-dramas, I almost never watch thriller paired with horror because I just don't have the constitution to watch that. What did I say in that video that was like the K-drama genres I don't watch? Like, it was something like, so the next one would be horror, and I don't actually think there's a lot of horror K-dramas out there. A lot of the times K-drama horrors I think go hand in hand with the supernatural like ghost genre, which I do find really interesting, but if there were to be just a strictly like horror genre, like I'm not I'm not in for that. Like, I want to enjoy my time and not feel threatened. And I know that 2 episodes may seem very short to some people for doing a first impression, but this series is only 10 episodes long. 2 episodes, I think they're a little over an hour each, is a very good first impression, a very good indication of what the show will be like going forward, because it is a shorter series. And this drama follows our male lead, who is a young man, I believe they say he's 26, who is moving to Seoul to be closer to his girlfriend. And in the first episode, we watch as he tries to find a room to rent that is within his very small budget. And finally, he comes across Eden Residence. This is a rundown building tucked away in the redevelopment zone, and I believe the landlady said that she's just keeping the place running until it actually is redeveloped. So it is grungy, it is dirty, it's filthy. I would never ever live there. Completely derelict. But the catch is it's cheap. It's very cheap. It's within our male lead's budget. He promises himself he'll only stay there about 6 months until he can save up a little bit more money to buy a nicer room far away from Eden Residence. But I don't think he's gonna last that long, because from the very first moment he steps into Eden Residence, the actual residencies, the actual tenants of Eden Residence are unsettling at best, and strange occurrences do start to happen right away, both within the building and in the neighborhood. Now, I am going to formulate this video very differently from what I usually do. Usually I like to do a synopsis, characters, pros and cons, and then if I'm gonna keep watching it at the end. With this show, because it is a genre that I don't watch, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to split this video up into pros and cons, because everything that I'm about to say can be taken as a pro or a con whether or not you like the genre. For instance, when I say this show is super unsettling and uncomfortable to watch, for me, that's a huge negative, but if you like the genre, you might get super excited by that prospect. So going forward, we're just gonna have a little chat about the show, and you can decide whether or not what I'm saying is a pro or a con. Also, one more little disclaimer. Because I don't watch horror thrillers, when I say things are creepy as hell, and I will, I'll say the setting is creepy, I'll say characters are creepy, I'll say the music is creepy, everything about the show is creepy to me. When I say that, take it with a grain of salt, because I'd hate for someone who loves the horror thriller K-drama genre to think, oh my god, Marie thought it was so creepy, I can't wait to watch it, and then they watch it and it's nowhere near their expectations for the fear factor. Because I watch rom-coms. So I was actually really impressed by how quickly the show was able to establish the Eden Residence as this very foreboding presence within the show. Are the existing tenants crazy just because they're crazy and they naturally congregate to a cheap place like this Eden residence? Or is there some evil presence within the walls itself? I definitely had that question and I could see it going either way. Actually, I want you guys to just tell me, like, if you have seen Strangers from Hell, put a spoiler tag in the comment and just lay it all out for me. I want to know step by step what happens in this show, because I'm definitely not going to watch it for myself. I'm super curious, like I do want to know where the plot goes. I think it is raising a lot of interesting questions, and if I liked the genre, I would probably watch the whole thing. Now for the characters, again, I thought all of them were super creepy and unsettling, and I wasn't sure who to trust and whether what was being presented was like a misdirect of their true intentions, or like just the whole thing. Like I was completely unsettled by all of the characters, except for the cops. I found them to be like a relief for me, because I don't think any of the cops are going to be malicious, especially the female cop. Even the male lead, I found myself questioning him and looking at him like someone who could potentially snap at any moment. Kind of along these lines, the acting is fantastic in this show. Everyone is so believable and so good at making me uncomfortable. I think I finally decided that Im Si-won, I think that's his name. I think I finally decided that I'm actually a true fan of his, because I've watched many dramas that he starred in at this point, and yeah, I consistently think he's one of the best parts about them, and he plays our male lead. There's also Lee Dong something, the male lead from Touch Your Heart, and then also Tale of Nine Tails. He's in this and he plays a very cool dentist who may or may not be the mastermind behind a murder ring. You'll have to watch and find out and tell me. So finally, am I gonna keep watching this show? That's a no. I don't enjoy watching horror thrillers. I just get a little bit too immersed and too creeped out in it, and I have a very overactive imagination as it is, so it's just not something I really enjoy watching. I like shades of thriller and shades of horror in other genres, but I can't really sit through and enjoy myself in a pure thriller horror show. So thank you to the commenter who recommended I watch this several times, and again, she was super sweet but super persistent, so this video is definitely completely dedicated to you. And yeah, that's everything for me. I hope you guys have a good day and a good night. Bye!